Royal Blue's Expert spawns off extremely easily with just 5 doges and 3 snakes, so I just put a couple little cats to deal with them. I spend the beginning just building up money because nothing else spawns until you hit the base. Once you do though, that's when the main boss spawns of this month, that being Madame the Savannah. She has the stats shown, so as you can see, she has a lot of health, 1.2 million, along with 2 knockback counts making her very hard to knock back, 8 speed, which is kind of average in my opinion, as well as a multi-hit mechanic that does 4,800 damage 3 times in quick succession. So she's a little bit intimidating looking, but she's actually a very simple boss because she doesn't really have any abilities, she has no weird LD range, and because she's always attacking and she has multi-hit, she tends to miss her attacks quite a lot, because what will happen is her attacks will hit something and kill it, or it will knock one of your units back, and she'll keep attacking and she just won't be hitting anything. Madame Savannah is also supported by some red pigs. Those are pretty easy, they're like free money in my opinion, as well as some gory blacks, doge darks, shadowboxer Ks, and eventually a master A spawns, but he's not that intimidating because he's not boosted, so his attack power is kind of low. Not to mention, because Madame the Savannah only has 2 knockback counts, you're mostly just going to be fighting her while Master A is just hitting your meat shields on the front line, so he's not really a big deal. I would say the biggest problem are when all of the black enemies spawn because they have really high DPS and speed. As you can see, I had an empty spot left because I was going no gacha, but if you have any sort of area attackers or anti-black crowd control support, I'd highly recommend bringing them. Stuff like weightlifter cat would be very helpful here. Overall though, this is a pretty easy stage with no real strategy needed other than to spam all your units when you can. And yep, that's about it for this, but if you need help on the insane stage, you can just use the time markers to skip all the way there. Alright, now onto the insane stage. So, just like the first one, the boss doesn't spawn before base hit, and before base hit, all that spawns are a couple squirrels and 3 gories. So, I tried to deal with them just as slowly as possible. I just stalled with some crazed racers and a dragon cat, slowly killing them with the dragon with a single target attack. I recommend you do the same, and just in some way, shape, or manner, just let these gories sit here for as long as possible so you can get a ton of money. Just like last time, Madame the Savannah will spawn once you hit the base, but this time she has 50% more health and attack power, so these are her new stats now, so she's a lot more tanky, but she's overall basically the same boss other than that. And she's supported by a different cast of enemies. The Doge Darks and Gory Blacks stay the same. There's something weird about this stage though that I noticed on the wiki. 6 of the Doge Darks that spawn are so boosted that they can insta-kill all of your erasers at almost any level. For some reason, only 6 of these spawn. So you're going to want Bahamut to murder them all as soon as possible because they all have 100,000 health each, which is crazy for a Doge. For reference, a level 30 Bahamut, which is my Bahamut's level, deals 85,000 damage. So he'll almost kill them, and again, there's only 6 of them. There's other Doge Darks in the stage that are not nearly as boosted, which is super weird, but if you've tried to play this stage before and were wondering how you lost so quickly, it's these Doge Darks that are so boosted. They can one-shot your Bahamut, so if they hit him, it's basically game over and you'll need to restart. And they're not the only enemies that spawn. Around 35 seconds after base hit, a boar spawns, and I think another boar spawns a minute after that one spawns. These are pretty threatening, that's why I brought Witch Cat, who can slow red enemies. Basically any anti-red crowd control ability works just fine. So yeah, there's 2 of these, as well as a Camel that spawns. It's boosted to 200%. not too powerful. Just like in the first stage with Master A, the fact that Madame the Savannah is always in the way means that Kamel will only really be hitting your meat shields. So the 3 most threatening enemies are the boss, obviously, because it's super fat, which means it's very hard to get past it. The 5 Doge Darks that have 100,000 health and insta-kill all your units. I said it was 6 earlier, but it's actually 5, sorry for the misinput. And the 2 boars that spawn, which are, you know, they're boars. They're fast, powerful, low knockback counts. They're like hard, they're honestly more threatening than the boss, honestly. But luckily, any anti-red crowd control abilities you have, like Witch, or something like Apple Cat, anything of that variety will help stop him. In my opinion, the most important type of unit to have is a spammable area attacker. I brought Paris Cat. This is because there's just so many little peons in the way all the time. And to deal with the Doge Darks, area attackers are good at constantly knocking them back. So, yeah, I use Paris. You can also use something like Drama Cats. Pole Vaulter is okay too, but you just want to make sure that they have area attack and they are actually good area attackers, so they have good damage stats. So that's the basic strategy. There's not much timing needed, just deploy everything and don't die. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.